We're recording right now. I'm with, what's your first name?
Dr. Eric Wargotz. I'm a physician.
And you are a candidate for the Republican nomination to Senate in Maryland.
The U.S. Senate in the state of Maryland against Barbara Mikulski.
Okay.
I'm currently the president, the elected president of the Queen Anne County Board of County Commissioners. I'm the only Republican among 5 commissioners, the other 4 Democrat.
Very good. This poll I'm about to give you is a poll that originally was conducted by the Daily Kos across the nation of Republicans. Should Barack Obama be impeached or not?
To be impeached.
Should he be impeached?
Well, I'd like to. You got to evaluate the accusations which are the foundation of impeachment.
Right. Do you see anything that he could be accused for that would warrant impeachment?
Not at this point. Not at this point. But I think the birth issue still is out there.
We're going to get to
that.
Do you think Barack Obama is a socialist?
I believe in what I understand about his upbringing and his background is he grew up in a system very different than the American culture, and so I think his tendencies are to more socialist tendencies than the capitalist society, the free market society we have today.
You mean he grew up in Hawaii and that?
No, didn't he spend a good bit of time in the Pacific Rim?
Yeah, I know he went to madrasa. There was a report that he went to some school or something like that in Jakarta. I'm not sure how long that was for, though.
Yeah. But I think if you meet people, I've met people from all over the world, I'm sure you have, they gain different perspectives on social issues and how governments, they form very different opinions in some cases on how government ought to work with the society. And so I think he carries some of that with him, and I don't think that's been helpful to him.
Do you believe Barack Obama was born in the United States or not?
No, I do not believe he was born in the United States.
Do you believe Barack Obama wants the terrorists to win?
I do not deep in my heart believe that, no.
Do you believe Acorn stole the...
I believe he's too conciliatory. He's too conciliatory towards foreign powers, established and rogues, such as terrorist organizations.
Do you believe Acorn stole the 2008 election?
I think there were irregularities. I don't know the extent of them.
Do you believe Sarah Palin is more qualified to be president than Barack Obama?
Let's put it this way. I don't think she's less qualified.
Do you believe Barack Obama is a racist who hates white people?
I have not seen evidence of that.
Do you believe your state should secede from the United States?
No, I believe in greater sovereignty under the 10th Amendment for all states. I think the federal government has gotten way too strong and overbearing.
Should Congress make it easier for workers to form and join labor unions?
I think they already have it pretty easy.
Would you favor or oppose giving illegal immigrants now living in the United States the right to live here legally if they paid a fine and learned English?
No, I do not believe in amnesty or citizenship for illegal aliens.
Do you support the death penalty?
Yes.
Should openly gay men and women be allowed to serve in the military?
No.
Should same-sex couples be allowed to marry?
Not marry, but civil unions. The word marriage should be reserved for traditional heterosexual couples.
Should gay couples receive any state or federal benefits?
State or federal benefits for
gay couples?
It all depends how the civil unions are worked out. That's not solely up to me, it's a state issue.
Should openly gay men and women be allowed to teach in public schools?
Again, the qualification openly, I don't know what that really means.
Should sex education be taught in the public schools?
Yes.
Should public school students be taught that?
But it should be with a bent towards abstinence.
Should public schools be taught that in public schools, should it be taught that the book of Genesis in the Bible explains how God created the world?
I think that it's certainly in religious institutions they can do that, parochial institutions, but I think as a physician we need to also teach the evolutionary theory. So we're quite strong about that.
Are marriages equal partnerships, or are men the leaders of their households?
I'd say in many cases women are the leaders of the household.
You must be married. Should women work outside the home?
That's between the women and their husbands if they're married.
Should contraceptive use be outlawed?
No. As a physician, I couldn't support that.
Do you believe birth control pill is abortion?
Do I believe what?
The birth control pill is abortion?
I believe the morning after pill is, yes.
which is a heavy dose of the birth control, but regularly taken as prescribed to prevent pregnancy.
To prevent fertilization.
Is that abortion?
It's only abortion if there's been fertilization.
Right. Do you consider abortion to be murder?
In some cases I do, third trimester especially, as an example.
And the last question is, do you believe the only way for an individual to go to heaven is through Jesus Christ, or can one make it to heaven through another faith?
I believe that we respect all faiths.
All right, that was the last question of the poll. I want to give you your chance to give me your elevator pitch. Why should folks in Maryland select you as the Republican nominee?
Well, they select me against Barbara Mikulski, right?
Well, first you got to win a primary, right?
I mean, we're not.
It'll be uncontested?
No, it may be contested. We get folks that get in there who run for president, run for this, run for that. Right. I'm the only elected official in the race. I'm viewed as
the presumptive nominee.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so why should they vote for you instead of Mikulski?
Well, because Barbara Mikulski has been there in Congress 33 years, and you have to look back and say the first decade or so she did do some things. You may not agree that they were good, but since that time she's rather been inactive. In fact, she missed almost 50% of the votes last year. She's not in touch with her constituency. She's part of the congressional machine that's stomping on our rights, and we need a change up there.
Could you have more?
Thank you. I was just going to say, one of the things I often say when I speak to people, I say, I'm going to say a four-letter word, a bad word right now. It's got a lot of bad rap. Hope. Hope is not a bad word. It's just been a little maligned lately. So there is hope, and we can get this country back on track. And Mike, I want to thank you from StarkReports. Thank you so much for your time and interest in my candidacy.
Thanks very much.